Hey, I thought I'd do a video on my the old Bronco. She's not much, but thought I'd just do a little walk around, show you what I've done to it, cause I've changed it a lot since I got it a few years back. So it's a '96 XLT with 5.8 in it. I'll show you the engine. So never done anything with the 351 Windsor. It's a great engine, never let me down. I have had to replace the power steering pump and the water pump, and I've done the gearbox, the steering gearbox. I got a redhead steering gears down there. Did that a few months back. Happy with that, Other than that, not much here. So I did build this pre-runner style skid plate bumper. I did it at school in ag class, so it took me maybe 10-15 hours to do it since I was figuring it out. What I did was took the bumper off, cut off about 2-3 inches of the frame rails, and then I just welded on this, or tacked on this piece, and then shimmed it all up. Not shimmed, but tacked it on till it got the right shape, and then took it off, welded it up, and got some hella 500 FFs put on there. I want to put some aluminum on there eventually, because that I put a layer of clear coat, but it's kind of rusting through. It's got some 35 by 12.5 R15 Goodyears on it. Kind of noisy, and also very bald. I cut 2 inches. So I bought the truck and it had a body lift on it, 3-inch, with no suspension lift. So what I did was I took the body lift out because they're stupid. The bumpers hang low and it looks terrible. But the tires definitely rubbed. This was, it wouldn't let you turn it all. So I actually drove it around with these tires on it with no lift after I cut these fenders. Still very close to rubbing. So now I'm running 4-inch coil springs, along with a Super Runner radius arms. The old ones mount up here. They mount in that hole, and this kit, you use the same bracket, you just relocate it back, I believe 18 inches. So happy with those. They definitely, they brought the tires forward a bit. They were kind of sucked back, so it's a better stance there. And I picked up some 2-inch blocks in here, and I just kind of tacked them on down here, because no matter how tight I got those U-bolts, they kept sliding crooked, and that doesn't look good. So yeah, those are tacked on there. I got 355 gears, and I put a limited slip out of a F250 around the same year in there. I've had to put a new drive shaft on. Got that from Rock Auto, I believe. About $300 for that. This joint went out on my other one, and I've got new U-joints in it, but it still had so much vibration that I just got a new one. Piece of cake. Yeah, she's a Ford, so she's gonna leak oil like crazy, but oh well. While I'm under here, so the exhaust used to have had a dual dual exhaust coming out the back. It's got a catalytic converter right here and one muffler here. So what I did was, right in here it split into two to go aft. I cut it, welded on some of the bends that were already bent, and just exited out the side there. Makes it a little louder, but then not, too crazy loud that, that it's annoying or anything. So yeah, I'm running a 54-inch light bar by Nightlight. Pretty impressed with it so far. It's not the brightest out there. I got it for a pretty good deal, and so not too shabby. I built this roof rack. It's actually one of the first things I built, so excuse the terrible welds that are too cold. So yeah, it does the job. I got a high lift jack here, poor man's winch. It's pretty handy. Made up some brackets here, so it's just bolted on here with a 3/4 bolt. Got this old tire from a different truck. It's the same bolt pattern, but it's, just in case something would happen. The headliner, as they do, they sag. So I took it out, got this flag, and got some spray adhesive, and I ironed it on, and it's sticking okay. It's already starting to come down right here a little bit. I guess I got it a little too tight. So we'll see how long that holds. Yeah, fingers crossed. I got this bracket or whatever you call it for the lights. These are for this is the rear light pod. These are the front halo lights. This is the front light bar, rear window there. These seats, so when I bought it, it had Mountaineer seats from a Mercury. They were falling apart, so my buddy had a F-250 that he rolled, so basically a junk truck. It was a 2000, I think, 7.3. Got these seats out of it. What I did was these holes lined up, the inner ones, and then this I cut out of the center console, and I bolted it on, overlapping this bracket, and then I just kind of tacked it on. Haven't had any problems with it. The down in the back, you can't see it. It's probably too dark anyways. I just drilled new holes, so got new holes there. This seat, I just got some brackets here and welded it on. They're pretty bad welds, but I didn't want to burn through the carpet, so kept it pretty cool, but it's still holding. Yes, I mean no, it does not have nitrous, but who has to know about that? Yeah, not much rust, but this is about the only spot you'll see. So I did roll the truck 2 weeks after I got it, with some friends doing some fishing. There was a field and some mud, and that's how it all started. So basically the worst part, you can see this is all crinkled. I don't know if you can see that. And just up until recently, it was rusting through because it torn the paint off. So I just got some spray paint and touched it up just so it doesn't rust any. So yeah, it's a little beat up, and this door is off a different truck. Fits all right. A little bit of wind noise, of course, but yeah, this fender is off a different truck as well. Actually got into another accident like a year later or a few months later after I had it fixed, and I'll put a picture of that in. It was pretty smashed in on this passenger side right here. So I picked up another truck and patched it up. New hood, fender, radiator support, headlights, took it all off the donor truck. Yeah. So back here, doing some fiberglass work so it don't leak. Looks terrible, I know. I'm not a body shop dude, but maybe I'll paint it someday. I built this bumper back here as well, and I relocated this hitch. Before, it mounted to the bottom of the frame rail, and it sat about probably right there. And for off-roading, you don't want something hanging down that low, so I cut off the brackets and I welded it to the frame, and I welded some brackets in here to strengthen it. And I was a little nervous on how strong it was, but I've pulled out tons of trees with pulling solely from the hitch, and it hasn't moved a bit, so happy with that. This bumper here, it's got some 2-inch